What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Around the Monitor, the weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. I'm your host, Zach, and the way things work here, we talk through the week's news in gaming. Every time somebody makes an interesting point or a good joke, we give them an actual point, and whoever has the highest score at the end of the show wins for that week. If you like the show, you can catch it live on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam, where you can use the Twitch channel points to vote along and influence the scores once per round to, hopefully help whoever you want to win or lose do it just that. Joining me once again, we've got the world's #1 Psychonauts 2 fan. It's David.
Hi, everyone. My name is David, and I have an addiction to Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
We've got the Ace Attorney, Pridge.
And with that ARAM victory, my plus-minus is now 39.
Hey. We've got the Prophet of Kermit, Chris. Chris?
Okay, I lost audio. I don't know what the hell happened. Hello, I'm back. What happened?
He's cursed for his knowledge. Chris.
It's Thursday. It's Thursday. You know what that means.
We surely do. And last but not least, the hockey stick and sickle herself, Elise.
Drinking some Ultra Rosé today.
Ultra Rosé. All day. But if this is your first time watching, we always start the show with a trivia question to determine the order. And hey, folks, Pokemon Unite, it's out. It's in the wild. Much like a wild encounter in Pokemon. My question to you all is, how many playable Pokemon characters are there in Pokemon Unite?
26.
24.
24 for Pridge.
I'm gonna go with the same amount League had on release, 18.
18.
I don't
know
think
that number to be
that's
true.
an accurate number on League.
Yes.
I'll
Alpha.
look it up later. Okay. That's not release. 32 is my guess.
32 for David. The correct answer is 20, which does in fact mean
Hey,
Oh, wow.
Chris will be going first.
I feel like that's not enough Pokemon, by the way.
Yep. I feel like you're right.
Well, hey, as
I mean,
Prince
to be
pointed
fair,
out, they evolved.
this is also the open beta.
It's free to play. What do you want from them? Come on.
Yeah, this is a free to play beta right now.
Sorry,
so.
sorry. Name me a pay-to-play MOBA?
You know what? You got me on that one.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
know.
point.
Battleborn. Battleborn was paid.
Doesn't exist.
Oof, well,
Hey, at least I think you're proving the point.
so the correct order will be Chris, followed by Pridge, followed by Elise, followed by David. Let's go through this week's topics. We've got Netflix is starting its foray into gaming with mobile games. Didn't see that one coming. Pro Evolution Soccer has been rebranded as eFootball and will be free to play.
Still funny.
The PlayStation 5 has gone on a diet. Guess what, folks? It's now 0.7 pounds lighter. Is it really even getting its weight up? I should have said, do you even lift, bro? That would have been better. Valve has announced the Steam Deck, a $400 portable PC that looks a lot like a Switch. Nintendo, speaking of Switches, has announced a not Switch Pro. It's the Nintendo Switch OLED edition model. We all got goofed. Sit down, Smash Bros. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl is here. The kids are going wild for it. Lost Judgment may be the last in the series after the lead actor's talent agency has blocked the game from being ported to Steam. Days after Jeff Bezos goes to space, Amazon's video game is killing graphics cards.
By the way, that's the best way you've written a headline in our document ever, because it has nothing to do with him going to space.
Nope.
But I love that. But also fuck this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you have to say that. Activision Blizzard is being sued by the state of California for discrimination. I'm sure just about everybody on the show wants to talk about this topic because, dear God, what the fuck, Activision?
What the fuck?
Hey, did y'all want a PUBG animated series? Well, guess what? You're getting one.
I didn't.
I didn't know. Is Skull and Bones too big to fail? Ubisoft seems to think so. And last but not least, is investing in rare video game cartridges the new GameStop? The answer may surprise you.
It's no.
It's no.
But if you want to bankrupt yourself.
Sure. Chris, what would you like to talk about for your first topic of the show?
Well, see, when we take some time off from the show, there's a lot of topic buildup, and that means we have a backlog of good shit to talk about.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's time for the Skull and Bones watch. Skull and Bones.
Chris, starting off the show with probably the least important topic, but yes.
Yes, but I have a gimmick to uphold, and that's
Uh-huh.
caring-ish about Skull and Bones' existence.
That's fair.
And most importantly, I want to talk about the fact that Skull and Bones is allegedly, according to a current dev, considered too big to fail. And according to devs that have left the company since then, an absolute bloated nightmare that would have been canceled 11 times if it wasn't Ubisoft and wasn't Skull and Bones.
God damn it.
So, Skull and Bones is a video game. I know that might surprise you based on the fact that we haven't seen gameplay footage of it since 2018, and what we did was like 5 minutes long and like very unfinished early pre-alpha footage. Other than that, we've gotten a CG trailer, and the fact that there is allegedly a television show. Maybe no one can actually prove that to be true, despite the fact that they say there is one. But Skull and Bones is a video game. And it's supposed to come out and be played by humans. They've lost 2 directors. One quit, one fired because of sexual assault allegations. Jesus fucking Christ, Ubisoft,
Hey.
you're the worst. You are the worst company that exists. Well, we'll come back to that. Activision
Yeah,
Blizzard
I don't know.
has something otherwise to say.
Activision said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, really. They said, "Hey, Riot Games, nice lawsuit. We'll one up you." No, Skull and Bones is a game that has been in development for apparently longer than we thought. By the way, according to in development for at least 2 years prior to when development was announced for it. When they when Ubisoft, hey, we're making a new pirate game. They were working on it before that. And it is way the fuck over budget. It has been started from scratch multiple times, which is buck wild.
Yeah.
And the morale at is this the Singapore office that's making this?
I couldn't tell
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
And
Yes,
the morale at Ubisoft Singapore is apparently in the goddamn toilet. But the belief is that this game is, quote, too big to fail. Because I think, by the way, I think that means the game is so big, they can't let it go under. They have to finish it. They've poured so much money into this money pit that they have to find a lid for the pit and go over it, because at this point they have to. However, Ubisoft, hey, it's me, guy who repeatedly says you're the worst company at talking in the world on a podcast. I have advice for you. Not advice. I have more like insight and like the future prediction.
Okay.
The games industry and people at large don't give a fuck if you think your game is too big to fail. Because when your game come out and is bad, game fail. see other big game too big to fail, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
other big game with known franchise power that you don't have, Fallout 76. See other too big to fail game, Anthem. So what I'm saying is you fucked.
Yeah.
Also Crucible.
Yeah.
You are fine. Also, in the time that they've been developing this game,
Sea of Thieves
Sea of
has
Thieves came
yep.
out. Sea of Thieves came out.
Sea of Thieves was announced, went through dev time, came out, was bad, and got good.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it came out
Yeah.
bad and then became good over the course of years, and yeah.
I mean, I know some people who like that.
But
game
how many
in-
devs
when
at
it
Rare
came out,
sexually harassed women?
That's
Fewer than Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Fewer than Ubisoft.
Probably, I would say fewer than Ubisoft, more than we would like.
Yeah, definitely not zero.
almost
because-
certainly.
Yeah, I was gonna
Almost
say
certainly.
probably not 0.
Definitely not zero because the world's a nightmare, but fewer than
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Yeah. And Snow, going to the chat, Snowcat gives you a point saying the reality that Sea of Thieves is kicking Skull and Bones' ass, and Skull and Bones doesn't even exist yet. Yeah.
That's dire.
I mean, hey, maybe the Skull and Bones TV show will come out and we'll change our minds.
Yeah, that'll change my mind about the game.
I will watch that show, by the way, and I will give you all the update here on the podcast.
Well, thank God one of us will. Pritch, what would you like to talk about for your first topic of the show?
Well, what a great segue, because as long as we're talking about TV shows, let's talk about the TV show that everyone wants, especially Elise. I heard her talk about how much she wants it. The PUBG animated series.
Yeah.
All right, so PUBG, a battle royale with literally no story in it whatsoever, is getting an animated series. The good news, if you want to try and find some, is that it's has the guy who did Castlevania behind it. And while I didn't watch the Castlevania series, I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
So,
good. Can
I
confirm.
liked it.
So that's one good thing. That's probably the only good thing, because as I said earlier on what I want to get back to, PUBG has no story. It's a battle royale where a bunch of people shoot each other. What about the show is going to make it... What does PUBG have that makes it different than any other show where people shoot each other? Like, outside of it being called PUBG, how am I going to know this is distinctly a PUBG show? Is it going to be literally people trapped in a battle royale type scenario? Is it literally the Hunger Games or shit? I can't remember the original movie that Hunger Games ripped off.
Battle Royale is the
Thank
name
you.
of
I was
the
gonna say, I think it's just
Just
Battle
call
Royale.
it Battle Royale. Thank you. It's like, is it just going to be Battle Royale? Because we've had that movie multiple times.
Yeah.
Are they going to invent a story out of nowhere? Because that, again,
Yes.
if so, how is that going to make it distinctly PUBG? I was so curious. I actually looked in the season 4. Apparently, there was the season 4 trailer of PUBG had like lore, and I say that in the loosest sense of the term, in that there was just a child in what I guess is the place that's the map for PUBG, and then it gets bombed, and then the kid grows up and he controls the area, and
He
it's
said the kid got bombed.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were trying to say. I was like, "Jeez, Pete, what a dark trailer."
it's like 2 minutes. Like, there's this kid, his town gets bombed, he's sad, he becomes a shooty person, and then at the end he controls the city. And I'm like, wow, that's
city Spider-Man.
that's a story. That's a story right there. I mean, how could you not make a TV show out of that riveting backstory you've established?
Yeah.
Who the fuck? I mean, who the fuck greenlit this?
Brandon Green, also known
I'm
as
sorry.
PlayerUnknown.
His backstory is that he's fucking Wanda Maximoff?
Yeah.
I mean, without the magic powers, yes.
Yeah.
it's
I mean, like, seriously, who the fuck greenlit this?
I mean, apparently they're trying to add plot after the fact because that new Callisto Protocol game that one of their studios is working on takes place in the
right.
PUBG
Oh,
universe.
I
I forgot that
forgot.
stupid thing that's dumb.
Which
Yeah, that's
it's a
Dumb
Dead
as fuck.
Space-esque game, which bummer for them now that Dead Space is going
Yeah,
back.
that fucking sucks, huh?
That's a bummer.
They didn't. Nobody saw that coming.
Ugh.
But yeah, apparently there's maybe lore somewhere hidden.
Yeah, it's
What?
I will bet dime to dollar that this is going to be absolutely terrible and
What I would love to
Pointless.
see is for them to somehow work in a way to make sense to say player unknowns in the thing, because it doesn't make sense.
Oh my god! Well, that's
It's-
not the
Oh,
name
you
anymore.
know they'll do it. You know they'll do it.
Right,
But
right.
the name of the game
Can
is
you
no longer
imagine,
Player
like-
Unknowns.
You're right,
Battleground.
you're right. But still,
It was the name of the game, now officially PUBG.
Yeah, it's been that for years.
yeah. But
Wait, what?
Like at least 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, they like officially changed the name, so it's just the
What is
initials PUBG.
with battle royale games feeling the need to have lore that does
Fortnite
not
did it?
affect the game at all?
oh,
Fortnite and Apex both do it. They do
yeah,
it
you're
like,
right. Apex,
constantly.
Apex does it way better, but Fortnite does do
Yeah,
it.
Apex does it with some level of panache because it's technically in the Titanfall universe, so they have like an established world to work off of. But all at the same time, it's like, but also why?
I mean, but also
There-
Fortnite
there-
is
there's
just
straight up, there is no reason.
Yeah, I don't really need this to
No
build
one
the
ca-
Fortnite gun.
No one cares.
yeah.
And people care
that's-
about the Apex lore, and people care
But,
about the
but
Fortnite
do
lore.
they? But
Okay,
David,
yeah.
do
The
they
Apex
actually?
lore-
There are people
It's-
that care, yes.
But is that going to change whether or not they play the game though?
no, but they get more invested and then they spend more
Exactly.
money on your game.
Yeah.
That's
I-
the point.
I might
The
agree with
Apex
that.
lore also,
Go ahead, Elise.
for one, it started in Titanfall, and
Yeah.
Titanfall 2, great game. Also, barely focused on the lore at all. It's just like a backdrop for these amazing levels,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and this amazing story between a boy and his bot. Like, and then as well, like most of the story from fucking Apex Legends is in those little cinematic trailers.
yes.
Mhm.
And like, I think they have comics or something. Whereas PUBG,
They have
they're doing
in-game
like this
comics.
show based on nothing.
Yes.
It's Seinfeld?
Stupid.
Like
but-
at least fucking Apex is building off something. In
right.
in PlayerUnknown, it's fucking nothing.
It's very weird, and
It's fucking nothing.
I don't. It's like they just said, "Hey, here's a property that has an absurd amount of people that do play it constantly." I don't know if you can turn that into a TV show when it doesn't necessarily naturally lend itself to that. But hey,
But you have to. Here's your
They're-
budget.
they're
Go.
good. Yeah, they're gonna try. So, who knows? We'll see. I don't think it'll do well, but sure.
Who knows?
Elise, what would you like to talk about for your first topic of the show?
I want to talk about the Steam Deck.
Yeah, okay.
So y'all heard Switch Pro?
Mhm.
That's not happening.
No.
Someone else might talk about the Switch OLED. That's not happening. At least not for the foreseeable future.
Mhm.
What is happening is Valve being like, "Hey, we heard you wanted a Switch Pro, so we made one." For one, it's an entire PC.
Mhm.
This is just a computer, but it's a computer that has a full controller built in, including 2 trackpads, which are basically the Steam controller,
Yeah.
which some people love, some people hate. But they have that on top of 2 full-size, like actual sticks, and really weird placement for the buttons that, according to people who've tried it, is actually not bad, but looking at it,
It's
looks
a nightmare.
real uncomfortable.
It's a nightmare.
it looks like a nightmare. The B button is fucking falling off the side. It's barely holding on. This is running basically like the next generation of hardware from what the Switch has.
Mhm.
It's like the Switch is a Tegra 1 and this is a Tegra 2.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite a big jump. Like, it is quite a bit more powerful than the Switch.
Mhm.
But I think it's just really funny that it's like, take the Switch specs, bump the number up by 1, and you've got the Steam Deck specs almost exactly.
Pretty much.
It's running a new version of Steam OS, which, if you remember the Steam machines, those, pretty sure they failed pretty hard.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they did.
Because they were PCs that were actually sold at a pretty reasonable price, but they were running SteamOS, and SteamOS at the time was not a full operating system. It
Mhm.
was Linux, but it was Linux, but you could only use Steam, and also they didn't have the kind of Wine or whatever they're running on this that lets you play Windows games,
Mhm.
so you couldn't play any games that were only on Windows, which is a lot of them.
A lot of them, yeah.
A lot of them. I don't know exactly the numbers, but I'm gonna guess it's about 60% of games are available on Linux that are on PC. 40% aren't. That's my guess.
Yeah, something
Um,
sure, something like that.
So they completely retooled Steam OS for this. That it does have the Steam like pseudo. It's kind of like Steam Big Picture, but not terrible. Steam, but optimized for a controller, and like takes up the operating system. But you can just close out of that and be on a Linux system.
Yes.
Or it's a PC. You can just install whatever operating system you want, including Windows. So
Which
if you
you're
want
gonna
to do that,
install
you can do that.
Windows.
Yeah. Which, yeah, if you want Windows, you can install Windows. If you want fucking Linux Mint or Ubuntu or fucking Arch Linux, if for some reason you
Chrome
want to do that.
OS. Chrome
Chrome-
OS. Get it
Oh,
on there.
God.
You could why would you ever put Chrome OS on that? You could do that though. You could, and then it's also got like you can just hook it up to a dock, any USB-C dock. They are developing a dock themselves, which I think is coming out after this thing actually releases. But if you've got, a fucking USB-C dock that has power out or power in and HDMI out, then you can use this as a desktop.
Totally.
Or as a console connected up to your PC or to your TV, or do both. Have move it between, which I think is really, really cool. This retails for, I think it's 400 US for
Yes.
the base model, which is 64 gigabytes of flash storage. Not enough.
Agreed.
No.
Agreed.
The next
Yes.
model up is 650 Canadian, which I think is about 550 US.
Ooh.
520 US. But it's got 260, I think it's 264 gigabytes of NVMe SSD, so faster and more
wow.
storage. That's probably what you want.
I didn't know it was
That's a
NVMe.
solid
That's
price.
insane.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a solid price for what is essentially, I would liken it to kind of a replacement for a gaming laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
It's a handheld. I think it's better for gaming than a gaming laptop, but obviously you can't also do work on it unless you have it connected up to something, or you have some weird Bluetooth keyboard and
Yeah,
mouse,
yeah.
and that probably wouldn't be great for playing. So it's a slightly different use case, but I think if you want a gaming laptop, you probably want this instead.
And if you're in a pickle, it's big enough
use
to
case for
probably
this-
kill a man with it.
Yeah. It is more expensive than a Switch. It's also more powerful than a Switch. It's also got fucking Steam and all the various third-party stores. You can use it. Is there any deal? It's got less than legal methods. It's got emulation. So
Could be
So
an episode of
you
the
are
show without
saving-
Elise mentioning pirating games.
you are saving money if you're looking for a Switch or this. If you're looking for a handheld for your family, if your kids are looking for something, if you're in the market for a handheld, I would say this is the better option. The thing the Switch has is a couple exclusives. When you compare the Switch library to a PC library, what are you even doing?
You're not wrong on that one. I was gonna say it's more than a couple exclusives, but you're right. I mean, the PC do have more game. It's very cool. I mean, if I had the money right now, I'd be interested in maybe forking out the cash for it, but who knows? Because I do like playing.
I can't get a fucking PlayStation, so I'm not going to be buying something else before that. Fuck's sake.
That's fair. But if you're in the market for a portable console, for a gaming laptop, something that you can take with you, consider a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Yes, it does have micro SD.
Also, shout out to one in the chat who says that he did in fact buy a Steam machine. You moron. Dark Boy in the chat agrees with you though and says seems a good console, giving a point to Elise. But David, it's now your turn. What would you like to talk about for your first topic?
Well, no one took the depressing topic, so
I'm shocked.
I guess I'll take the depressing.
Avoided it like the fucking plague, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about
let's-
why we need to hate Activision Blizzard again.
More than usual.
Listen, also the article says this, and I'm going to say it too. Content warning on this one.
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about some things ranging from suicide to sexual harassment and rape. So, prep yourself if you don't want to hear that. Maybe mute it until I'm not on the screen anymore. Uh, listen, I want to preface this with, if this article surprised you, you have not been paying attention for the past like 2 years. Like, if anything in here is surprising, it shouldn't be. This stuff has been happening for the past couple years. We've been reporting on it. News outlets have been reporting on it. None of this stuff is really new. Like, there isn't some new thing that Activision Blizzard did that's particularly worse than everything else. It's just that, you know, they keep doing it, and this time the person that's suing them is literally the state of California. So the Department of Fair Employment and Housing here in California has been doing a 2-year investigation in Activision Blizzard. What I believe will probably be the first of a few investigations into California-based game companies. And they found a horrible culture that just belittled, harassed, and potentially even drove some women to commit suicide, which is all disgusting, all horrible. There's absolutely no excuse for any of this. It looks like it's been going on for years. It's been brought up to everyone from low-level managers all the way to the president of Blizzard, Jalen Brack, and they have not done enough to fix it. And it just fucking sucks. It really does. I'll read a couple examples of stuff that they did that I just one that I found was really bad. Where was it? So there was one woman who worked for Activision, I believe, so I don't think this was specifically a Blizzard employee, who at a holiday party had her, like, some nude pictures of her shopped around between the guys at the holiday party. So she was obviously getting harassed off of that. Great, fantastic. Well done, guys, you fucking idiots. On top of that harassment, she was also being harassed by her own boss, who had taken her with him on a business trip, and this was the business trip that she committed suicide on, and her boss was found to have had at least one butt plug and a bunch of lube that they were presumably using. And it's a horrible situation, and the fact that is happening and that it doesn't surprise me that at least one woman has killed herself over this stuff is horrible. Like, we should not be at that point. And honestly, guys everywhere, you need to start calling this shit out when you see it. Because, like, women can do a lot to stick up for themselves, but in a workplace, which especially for video games, and this happens in tech in general, I know I've seen it at places I've worked, you need to speak up and help out the women, because they're a minority group in the office. And if you want their situation to get better, guess what? The majority group needs to stick up for them too. So call out other men on this. Be an actual ally. Don't be just posting something on Twitter a couple times a year saying like, oh, I'm here for you. No, when you see this shit happening, speak up. Tell that douchebag to stop. If someone's passing around nudes, be like, hey, who'd you get this from? Cool. And then roast all of them. Every single one. Because it's unacceptable, and Blizzard's response to this is also unacceptable. Like,
yeah, their response, can we talk about that for a fucking second?
Their response is fucking insane. So basically, Blizzard is condemning the Department of Fair Employment and Housing, saying that, oh, the Department of Fair Employment and Housing didn't talk to us about the things that we did wrong before making a lawsuit like they said they would, and now we need the customers to go give them grief, please. We promise we'll make WoW good again.
Investigation. It's an internal investigation.
Yeah, that'll go somewhere. So it's wild to me that Blizzard's response to this was literally to condemn the organization that's suing them. Like, and they're like, oh, that was a Blizzard of old, bruh. That was 2 years ago. That is not Blizzard of old, bro. Like, accept the consequences to your actions. Like, I swear to God, it's not that hard. Like, if you're doing the right thing, you should have, like, now, if you're doing the right thing now, you should have no issues with admitting the mistakes that you made in the past and trying to fix them. And this isn't admitting the mistakes they did in the past. This is being like, oh, like, we're being, like, targeted by this company and they're reprehensible. Nah, bro, driving one of your employees to fucking kill herself is reprehensible. Get out of here with this shit.
And it's yeah, them saying like, oh, they filed this lawsuit without getting all the facts exactly, and then they also in that same like day like updated their like harassment standards and rulings. And it's like, okay, so you're saying something was wrong though, right? Like,
Like, oh, we updated this code of conduct that obviously we don't make people adhere to because we had a name,
Also
the
that.
only employee, I guess not the only, one of the employees named as a harasser in this lawsuit, which is also wild to me that the department went that far and actually named a person. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it was a former WoW creative director. And
It means they have some fucking evidence against that guy.
yes, they have some evidence against that guy, but people internally referred to his office as the Cosby Suite, a la Bill Cosby.
I didn't read that. Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what? Your code of conduct isn't working.
oh,
Fucking Christ, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's bad. And, like, I hate this sort of as someone who is literally right now trying to get into the games industry. Like, I hate this sort of shit because, like, everyone's at a lose-lose. If you stay working for the places, congrats. It sucks because the culture sucks. If you want to get a job and you have to work at one of those places, congrats. It sucks. But at the same time, you can't change that culture without bringing in new people that have different opinions and different culture and are willing to speak up. So, like, it all just fucking sucks. It's gonna continue to suck, but I said it before and I'll say it again. Keep calling out douchebags when you see them. That's honestly probably the only way we fix it. And for more government organizations like this to bring lawsuits to companies that are obviously guilty of things. So I honestly hope, and this is, again, as someone going in the industry, I hope that more government lawsuits like this happen for other companies because that's going to be one of the few ways that these companies get their shit together.
Yeah.
And support unionization of these places. Like, I think that's one of the biggest things is that the workers don't have a organizing body like fighting for them. There's the government's lawsuits, but that only happens in like certain states, and it's also a fucking nightmare to get those working. And also, you know, everything about the legal system.
Yes.
HR is not going to protect you. HR exists to protect the company, to protect the people who hired them, to protect the higher ups who are doing all the harassing.
Let's be real. HR, their job is to protect the company, not to protect the higher ups. And like, it would do the PR for these companies wonders for them to just fucking fire these people, and they don't. What are you doing? Even HR, you're not protecting the company.
Activision Blizzard doesn't give a fuck about what you think. They don't care about you or anything.
Not even talking just Activision Blizzard.
I know, but in general,
that's American companies.
In this case, it doesn't matter how much bad press it is. It doesn't matter anything. This is when we talked about the fucking Hong Kong Hearthstone thing on this podcast. I said how it was morally reprehensible to give Blizzard money. By the way, I'm still correct in that. But the point is, like, it doesn't fucking matter because there are people who will just fucking go play WoW anyway. Because there is that disconnect between, oh, I don't give a shit about the internal workings of the company. I just want to play the video game. Which is bullshit, by the way.
Well,
You're a conscientious objector.
We can argue over the more reprehensibility of buying a video game that's made by the people that are getting harassed and therefore supporting their wages, even though that they're being harassed and miserable but choosing to stay. So that's a whole fucking moral conundrum that we're not going to cover here.
Don't worry, Bobby Kotick's going to make another fucking $500 million when we discuss it.
I actually saw Steven Totillo post a thing today on Twitter that was like, the reason why they're not going to fire Bobby Kotick after this is because if he does get fired, they have to pay him like almost $400,000
Mm.
if they fire him.
Million, not
wait,
thousand.
hold
Sorry,
on.
that's
million.
what I meant. Yeah, sorry, $300 million.
Hold on.
$400,000. That's nothing.
Hold on. What?
Oh, I just disappeared. Oh, no.
Yeah, you
I
came back.
popped the codec on your thing because you're glitching out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, hold on.
Um,
Why do they have to pay to Bobby Kotick that much
There's
money?
basically a clause where if he is removed, they have to pay like the maximum payout of his bonus or something like
Why
that.
did they agree to this? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't
Go
know.
bankrupt. Go bankrupt. I don't care. Go bankrupt. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Unfathomable.
It's
Oh, the
absolutely
last thing
wild.
I'll say on this is I read the whole court document, and there's a little table on there where they have the executives, because they're also showing like how all the executives are cis white men, which is a whole different topic too. And not really different, but another ball wax. And I got reminded that Bobby Kotick got like $150 million bonus last year, and I was so mad.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Catching up with the chat, Sabilla gives a point saying, "Bless you, David," and Quincher gives a point saying, "Amazing delivery of a tough article. Please speak up and be an ally." Yes, that's it's the best way to sum up this whole story. Is if you see shit, say shit. Don't let anything like this go unaccounted for, because by speaking up, by shining attention to it, it doesn't just let it happen and let it keep happening as it's happened for freaking ever.
Yeah.
Do your part, I guess. I don't know. This freaking sucks, and I hope that something meaningful comes out of this, but we will have to wait and see.
Don't hold your breath on that one.
What? Yeah, I know.
Don't hold your breath on that one. Not for Activision.
Chris, you want to follow up that topic?
No. But I suppose I will. Let's.
I will say too, we are running very long now.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk about the Judgment thing because it'll take too long. The whole thing with Judgment is fucking wild. It's
wild.
Shit's buck wild.
Mhm.
So let's cool down with a little bit of that hot action. Let's talk about Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl.
Okay, sure.
Across the wasteland, a cry comes out. Please, who, anywhere, can fight the Smash Bros? The place. Chris months ago told Sony to double down and remake PlayStation All-Stars, and they said no.
No, why?
But someone else with All-Stars said, "Hey, I like this guy, kind of this guy's jib," and they swung on in with the new All-Stars, the Nickelodeon All-Stars, and they're here to not legally smash. They're here to smash 3 Brawl.
Boo.
Fucking
Bad.
whatever.
Oh.
Hey, this fucking rules. Because you know what? Here's the fucking thing about Smash. It's not that good of a game. I don't care about anyone's opinion on this matter. In the grand scheme of like a party brawl fighter, it's okay. It is serviceable. It's fine. And look, is this game gonna be good? I don't know. Is it gonna be better than Smash? Unlikely. But
okay, thank you.
The important thing is that it is competition, because fucking nothing makes a. Sorry, Will just said, "What if the Nickelodeon All-Stars were drafted into real sports?"
Yep.
Fuck you. Add it to the list. But competition does naturally bring out the best in people, and I want this game to succeed. If nothing else, then it'll really fucking annoy Nintendo. Because Nintendo hates competition. That's why they don't compete in the console war. That's why they keep to themselves. They avoid everyone else's release schedule. They just do their own thing. Fuck you. We have Mario and Zelda. We'll do what we like. Is kind of their whole modus operandi. However, when we come for Smash, when Nigel Thornberry finally stops holding back and gets to fight at his full power, what can Nintendo do but fight back?
God damn it.
And somewhere Masahiro Sakurai is like,
No.
God fucking damn it. They're gonna make me make more Smash because of this.
God damn it. I feel so bad. You're probably right.
There is no man
Let the man sleep.
who wants rest more than Masahiro Sakurai. And doesn't matter, because every time they release a DLC pack for another fucking Fire Emblem character with a sword, they make $1 bajillion. So
Facts.
This won't matter, but I love the reality in which we get another DLC pack because of this.
Well, if the topic's officially over, I am shocked that you didn't somehow try to work in Goofy into that one. But sure, Goofy.
It's a summer Kermit. There's no Goofy jokes in summer Kermit.
Okay, well,
It's been established. Keep up.
Hashtag.
I didn't know that's how that worked.
No, I don't think that was
It's
established.
also objectively untrue. Chris, I saw you on Subpixel stream yesterday.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
What the fuck?
Subpixel streams aren't canon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, quick.
Also, I can prove that is established thing because on the episode where I wore the Summer of Kermit shirt, I said there's no Goofy jokes in Summer of Kermit.
But you still, whatever.
Yeah, but why would we believe you when you said that?
You know what, Fridge? You got me there.
Sorry, Elise, what were you
Okay,
gonna say?
Do I have to
Go
believe?
around the monitor. Who's everyone maining?
Oh shit.
In
Michael
Nickelodeon
Thornberry,
All-Stars Brawl?
obviously.
I mean, realistically, I'm not playing this game.
I don't even think I know who's on the roster.
But probably Korra,
I
honestly.
was about to say Korra. God damn it.
I was also gonna say Korra, you bitch.
Yeah,
I didn't pay attention enough to even know who's on the
she's
roster.
the only character that's genuinely cool. Of course you're gonna main Korra. You fucking cop-out motherfuckers.
I don't know. Maybe Hey Arnold. Big head, hit like a hammer.
Powdered Toast Man being there is pretty good.
Powdered
What
Toast
a
Man is
fucking
a
pool
wild
with
pick.
Powdered Toast Man.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
No
go with
Crimson
fucking
Chin, though.
Randall from Recess.
That's a good pick.
Wait.
Oh, I'd probably do
Nickelodeon owns
Zim,
Recess?
actually.
I thought the same thing, but
I think-
apparently yes,
I think
do.
they bought it.
Because they used to be on Disney. When
Yeah,
I
they
was a kid.
definitely were on Disney.
Yeah, it was on Disney when I was growing
I
up.
think
What the fuck?
I think they bought it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no, my next pick though is Zim because it's the same voice actor as Rez.
There we
Oh.
go. Of course.
I didn't know that, but I hear it now that you say it. Yeah.
Richard Horvitz,
Snowcat
man.
in the chat says, I'm a filthy casual, so I'll probably just pick a SpongeBob character.
I did. I was watching. Sorry for the derail. I was watching a Guilty Gear stream yesterday, and they were talking about how that move's got more iframes than Patrick Star. I was like, fuck.
It's
so good.
what I love is that there have been several articles now being like the developers saying, no, we want this to be a real legit fighting game. And I'm like, it's not gonna be. Don't try to tell us that.
They said the number one directive is a balanced fighting game, and my brain melted.
It will not happen. It will not happen.
Awesome.
That doesn't exist in the real world.
Ranting to the chat though, Woke Sweetie takes away a point from Chris saying Smash is good. And Sibilla gives
That's
that
a
point
false
back,
thing.
saying Smash is overrated, and I haven't been in love with it since the 64.
Smash
So,
is fine. It's the best you're gonna get.
yeah. Pridge, what would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
All right. Mom, I want a Switch Pro. Mom, we have a Switch Pro at home. The Switch Pro at home. The Nintendo Switch OLED. It's not a joke that works as well, just me saying it, but you get the gist.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You get the meme I'm going for.
Mhm.
So, we got the announcement of a new version of the Switch console. It is not the Switch Pro.
No.
It is very much not the Switch Pro.
Mhm.
It's actually the Nintendo Switch OLED. I don't even know what OLED stands for. It's actually an organic light emitting diode. Alright, now I know what OLED stands for.
It was me, Diode, the whole time.
It was me.
Oh, god damn it.
It was me, the organic light emitting diode the whole time. So, what are you getting with your Nintendo Switch OLED? Well, instead of a 6.2 inch LCD panel, it's a larger 7-inch OLED display.
Mhm.
That's something. Also, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You did it. You got 0.8. You got a screen that's 0.8 inches bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
It's got a bigger kickstand.
They're gonna
You know
have
what?
better.
It does
sound
have a
quality.
bigger kickstand.
Yeah, it's there's also a
Yeah.
LAN port built into the dock directly. Neat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's more internal storage. I mean, I guess that's nice.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, the speakers are better.
Oh,
I did say that. I did say sound
Oh, I
quality.
missed it.
Yeah,
The
they
Switch
said
has
they're-
speakers?
You, Chris.
Yes.
No, I genuinely didn't know that.
What did you think the
Barely.
sound came out of?
My fucking television.
Oh, why do you plug it into the TV? Ugh,
I thought I use
it's a
headphones
portable.
because I'm on a bus or train or
Oh,
something.
that's fair. I play in bed.
you want everyone to listen to those sick Mario tunes.
Yeah. Everyone on
Oh,
your
yeah.
commute's got to hear
Oh,
Jump Up Superstar.
Oh, y'all aren't playing Galgun on the subway? Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
That game even on Switch.
I think so,
probably?
actually.
Probably.
So yeah, this is definitely not what people wanted. If you don't have a Switch and you want to get one, I guess for only $50 more, this is better. Is it $50 better? Yeah. That's your call. I'm not your parents. I don't control your life. Does this mean we're not gonna get a Switch Pro? I also don't know that. That's another good question. All I know is that I have a Switch. I'm obviously not going to spend $350 on a console I already have just for 0.8-inch better screen and slightly better speakers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not great, Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dark Boy in
Nintendo
the
released
chat.
the Game Boy Light.
Yeah. Dark Boy.
Nintendo released the Game Boy Light like. Sorry,
No, you're good. You're good.
go ahead, Zach.
I was just saying, Dark Boy in the chat says rumors and leakers hyped up the Switch Pro. That's probably why we got this general bad reaction, and that's 100% it.
Yeah, that certainly didn't help, but like, even if this had come out of nowhere, it's still a bit of a nothing burger.
Yeah. It's
Like this-
a lot of us were hoping, because at this point over 70 million people own a Switch. A lot of us were hoping for a reason for us to want to buy a better
Right.
model of a Switch.
Listen.
Something better internal, something better internal, power wise.
Listen,
much
if y'all
better battery
think
life.
y'all think a
No
Super
drift.
Switch or a Switch XL isn't coming, have you seen Nintendo?
They're gonna do it. It's
Yeah, I
just
was
a
gonna
It's
bummer.
gonna happen. Just keep your pants on, all right? It's gonna eventually
They
happen.
released
Don't tell me what to
the
do with
Game Boy
my
Light like
pants.
6 months before the Game Boy Color. They released the fucking new 2DS XL like 5 months before the Switch. Like,
Yeah, they did.
They really did. They really did that. It's a good.
like
good
this
pull
does
on that
not
one.
rule out a Switch Pro.
Yeah.
I
However-
think I just figured something out about Nintendo. Nintendo is terrible at being a video game company. They're just incredibly lucky. Like, things just always happen to work out for them and never bite them in the ass somehow.
That's not.
I mean,
that's not
the
entirely
Wii U
true. The Wii U
existed.
existed. Yeah.
I am willing to bet the Wii U still made them a substantial amount of money.
No.
They lost money.
They
on the
lost
Wii U.
a lot of money.
They lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
How, was it?
I believe the Wii U
Did it
years are like
matter?
the worst Nintendo financial years since like
1995.
before the NES.
Yeah.
Like,
Since they became a video game company.
95 is the only year they ever posted a loss.
oh yeah, I think it was near that level.
Yeah.
But for several years.
But
in
also,
a row.
while the Wii U is out losing the money, you know what's making them bajillions
DS.
of dollars? The DS, exactly.
which is why it still wasn't terrible.
They just walk ass backwards into everything, and it's fine.
Yeah, Nintendo, man.
Nintendo.
Yeah. At least
The DS is like an objectively worse system than like the PSP is competition. But it had Nintendo on it, and it had Pokemon.
Mhm.
Bad as Zelda.
It's the same thing with talking about the Steam Deck. Like, I'm still gonna play the Switch because it do the Switch games, but Elise, what would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
Let's talk about Pro Evolution Soccer. Or I guess I
Hey.
should say eFootball.
eFootball.
eFootball. Not a great name. Is it accurate? Sure. Is it great?
Nah, they could have workshopped
Not
it.
so sure. Okay. Pro Evolution Soccer, PES. It's been around for a long ass time. I think the first game was like on the PS1 or early PS2.
Mhm.
That era. They're basically FIFA is the game for people who want FIFA, and PES is the game for people who like soccer. Uh,
That's good.
it's a soccer game. You play it.
You
You play
play it.
soccer
You play
with your full
soccer.
team.
You kick balls.
But it's got like a more heavy simulation, like physics and everything. It's very big in Europe and like South America, where
Mhm.
they actually like love soccer, as compared to like fucking the US and Canada,
Yeah.
where FIFA's a lot bigger. FIFA, we talked about like 2 or 3 months ago, is going $70 for their still yearly, barely changed franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Pro Evolution Soccer, on the other hand, is going free to play, not
yeah.
and turning into an update, games as a service game instead of a yearly franchise, which it's been. I think this is an incredible decision for people who like this game. I'm not sure how it's going to work for for their profits, because
Money.
yearly releases are really hard to. If you've got a yearly release that makes all its money, like that's got to be more profit, right? But maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the free to play model is better for this. But they also rebranded to eFootball. Like I said, not a great name.
Yeah.
I think this is going to bring in a lot of FIFA players.
Yes.
A lot of FIFA players saying, I don't want this. I don't want to pay $70, 70 US dollars. That's like 100 Canadian dollars or something.
Jeez, Pete.
For the same game every fucking year. I'm going to try out eFootball because it's free.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, wow, this is better, because by all accounts, it is better. FIFA has the gambling that keeps people in. Pro Evolution Soccer has a good soccer game.
Damn. Spitting fire over here.
Or eFootball, I guess, has a good soccer game. I think this is going to bring a lot of people over to eFootball, going to leave FIFA. I think this is a really, really good move.
I'm
for that.
really curious.
And I'm really happy for the people that love it.
For sure. I mean,
I
yeah,
don't like soccer,
if-
and I don't like sports games unless they're driving games. So.
if you're a fan, like you said, if you're a fan of the franchise already, like this is like, oh shit, great, my games are free now.
Yeah.
And if you're a person that plays FIFA, oh shit, the competition just got free as your game got more expensive. So at the very least, you're gonna check it out. And then if they poach even like a small portion of FIFA's player base, like that's huge. That's great.
Yeah.
FIFA's player base is fucking huge. So
yeah, I mean, FIFA is like one of the most profitable franchises of all time.
It's the most popular sports game by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you take the most popular game in the world, I mean that is in like real human game, and then you make it into a videoed version of it, people want that. It's fucking crazy.
It's very true.
Well, who'd have thought?
Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thought?
David, final topic of the show. Bring us home. What are we going to talk about tonight?
Let's talk about Netflix, I guess.
Okay. Sure.
So if you were like paying attention to news the past couple weeks, there are a few like leaks and little tidbits that like, ooh, Netflix might be getting into stream gaming. People found some like assets in Netflix that were like PlayStation games. Like, oh, are they gonna start cloud streaming PlayStation games on a Netflix? That'd be super cool. Well, it's not that. Netflix is getting into gaming, not in a cool way. I shouldn't be that low on it. They're getting into mobile games. It is basically the crux of it. They're gonna start developing some mobile games that I think are gonna be integrated into their Netflix app, from the sound of it, to try and keep more people subscribed. They're like, oh, our primary competitors are TikTok and Fortnite, which I'm just like, man, I hate that sentence.
Yeah, what a wild statement.
What a wild, wild statement.
I mean, listen, they're not wrong, and that's why I hate that sentence.
No, yeah, I mean they're competing for screen time, and hey, guess
What are
what?
the kids
Yeah,
like? TikToks? Give me one.
Like they're right, and I'm like, God, I hate that sentence is correct. But yeah, so I was sort of excited, not sort of excited. I was very mediocre on them getting into cloud gaming. More that I like, oh, weird. PlayStation has a cloud gaming thing. It'd be really weird for them to pair up with someone else to do a cloud gaming thing. So they're not. That's cool. Netflix is Netflix, man. They're like bleeding people sort of recently, so they're trying to get everyone back that they can. And I don't think mobile games are gonna do it. I don't think mobile games are gonna do it.
No.
But hey, you know what? They're taking a positive forward approach to it, and they're like, hey, maybe we'll make some cool mobile games that'll be like so awesome and generate enough hype that we'll want to turn them into films or series. No, you won't, Netflix.
Good luck with that.
No, listen,
That's
David, they're
not gonna
trying to make their
happen.
own Skull and Bones.
I was gonna say they should just pick up the rights to Skull and Bones.
They've got to be cheap. Only $120 million.
Listen, Skull and Bones is too big to fail. Come on.
Too big to fail.
fail.
Was Netflix doing the series, or was it like an Apple Plus thing
Sci-fi.
again? Oh no!
Yeah, it was.
Oh no! That's even worse.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice for sure.
I guess that's all I have. There really were no other good topics left. Just man, do I. Netflix, why even bother? Just keep making shows.
Yeah, again, the big thing is just it's wild that they have all these people that turn on either their TVs or their computers to watch Netflix. I sure people use the mobile app. I'm sure it is a much smaller margin of people using the mobile app.
I have a feeling it's higher than you would think.
It's much higher than you would think.
I'm sure
Yeah.
maybe 30% of the people use the mobile app.
Also,
That's huge.
yeah, that's a gargantuan number when it's Netflix.
Yeah, you're right.
But, like if you're talking especially like countries overseas that have either better infrastructure for phones or that
True.
is their only real infrastructure, they're using screens a lot more than us here. So
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if it were upwards of 50% were on mobile worldwide.
That's a fair point. But that is going to do it for this week's show, which does mean Pridge, Chris, and Elise, it's time to go home and become family, folks, because this week's winner is David.
Damn. All right.
David, are you getting prepared mentally for your minute to win it?
Yeah, I've got a simple message and then a longer message.
Okay, give us your 2 messages in 1 minute.
All right. Here's the simple message, y'all. This is a lesson from this week and following weeks and following years. Don't be a dick. Just stop being a dick. Thank you. Second message. Yo, Final Fantasy 14 is really good, y'all. Like, it's way too good. I'm addicted. This is probably bad. This is a cry for help. Please help me. That's all.
Those were 2 short messages. What do you...
2 short messages.
Yeah.
You lied to us.
I was going to talk about Final Fantasy 14 for longer, and then I was like, nah.
The
David,
first rule of save data is don't be a dick. The second rule of save data is Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, God, help me.
David was like, I could talk about Final Fantasy 14 for longer, or I could not and then get back to Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not. Don't get in my head that much, all right? Just stay out of my head, okay?
Things to plug for this week. Hey, folks, get excited because this following Tuesday, we are going to be streaming the brand new Great Ace Attorney Chronicles game on release. That'll be me, Pridge, and Wes playing that. I finished the new intro today. I'll be finishing the new stream layout tomorrow, probably. Get hyped because it's pretty cool. Let's see. Other things. Do we have no save data cast this week?
Correct.
We finished our Pokemon. Yeah, we finished our Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke.
Emerald?
The final episode will be up this weekend. Next week we are going to take that Monday off However, we do have a new little fun show we're testing out on Wednesday, so get excited for that.
Don't call it a show. It's a one-off stream currently.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
promise
we-
anything.
Yeah, you're right. I can't afford for it to be more than a one-off.
Oh, I know what this is.
It's fun. It's chaos. Anything else to plug? Am I forgetting anything?
No, I
that's it.
yeah, I think that's it.
If you like listening to the show, either watching it on YouTube or Twitch or listening to it on podcast services, it would be much appreciated if you went to a podcast service of your choice and give it a 5-star review to help boost our numbers and get more people introduced to the show, because that is the number one way to do that on any platform for podcasts. And hey, if you like what we do here, head over to patreon.com/SaveDataTeam and as Chris likes to say, click some buttons. There's a secret.
Download the app. Download the Save Data app.
We don't have an app. Stop.
We
picking
don't
on
have an
jokes.
app.
We're not Jeremy Renner. We don't have an app.
And also, if you haven't heard already, we do have merch that is on etsy.com/shop/SaveDataTeam, where you can go find the Anytown, Ohio branded shirts, mugs, and notebooks. All right, but I think that's going to do it for this week. So once again, folks, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next Thursday, probably, unless something happens. Ooh. But until next time, this has been Around the Monitor.